Hey everybody, Picky Old Gamer here. Been a little bit since I've done a news video, but not a lot of stuff that I found really important. I know a lot of people, report stuff. I'm not going to copy everybody, but things that make sense to me. And if you see news articles that you want me to talk about, even though I may not think they're something that I have any type of unique opinion about, because I don't want to copy everybody out there on YouTube. But anyway, this is something that Sony was not caught doing, but it was very interesting. It's like PS2 emulation on the PlayStation 4, and I'm pointing to my PlayStation 4 down there. Basically, in the Star Wars, it was discovered, gamers first discovered, now this is on Polygon, that PS2 games are playable on PS4 thanks to older Star Wars games bundled with deluxe edition of Star Wars Battlefront, which launched on Tuesday. Star Wars Racer Revenge, Star Wars Jedi Starfighter, and Star Wars Bounty Hunter are not simply ported over, players discovered, but are in fact emulations which recognize the current console as identical to the older native system. And Sony then finally confirmed, I saw also in Gadget, yes, we're going to do it, it's coming soon. Really? Okay, the Xbox 360 backwards compatibility is fantastic. I've used it, like my Hulk cup there. I've got Stick of Truth and Fallout 3 on my Xbox One, and it works great. I think it's fantastic, and it's really funny that now Sony's at least doing it with the PS2 library. What does this mean? Well, to me, I think they were going through PlayStation Now, which what PlayStation Now is, a service. It's like OnLive. Remember OnLive? It was a few years ago. Basically, you have servers or really powerful machines sitting in the cloud that have a game. Use your own PC. And this time probably as a console. And basically, these systems stream the game to your TV. So you're moving the controllers and it's sending it all the way up to a cloud computer or cloud console, and then the screen reacts and that all comes all the way back down. You have to have a good internet. Even then, with a good internet, it's a lot of factors. You're hopping through multiple places on the internet. You're hopping through. It's remotely controlling a game on somebody else's machine, except they're really pushing the graphics to you, and it works okay. But then they made a subscription service. That's where a lot of people were like, And I think it's stupid. OnLive was interesting back when it first came out. I think it was about like 2010. I remember it was just new because I started a new job. I remember that now. And it was like 2010, and it got bought up. It didn't do well. So here's Sony going with PlayStation Now, and people are just like, I don't want that. I want actually own my console. So guess what? At least with the PlayStation 2, you're going to be able to put your disc in the PlayStation 4 and play those games. Why? I think Sony is getting their ass kicked, at least on this part. Now, they've been doing a lot better than Xbox One on sales, except I think this last month, Xbox One did better. But it needs to start happening. Backwards compatibility needs to be a thing. Nintendo has done it better than anybody else. The Wii played the GameCube, if I remember right, and the Wii U plays the Wii. And I just looked here on the side of iFixit teardown of the Wii U. I mean, you're looking at the motherboards, the chips, and everything else, and I don't know. I mean, let me go back up here to the motherboard here. I don't see anything that says like Wii compatibility. I mean, I wonder how Nintendo's doing it without having to ask for permission. That's one thing I want to talk about, Xbox, is they're having to get permission from the publishers. And I'm thinking, why? They signed a little agreement that says, let's say Xbox 360 game. Grand Theft Auto 4 from Rockstar was published on a 360. They have the right. Microsoft has the right to put it out. They're emulating their own system in software, because when you boot up the Xbox 360 games or Xbox One, it it flashes around that, that color that comes into there and it shows the Xbox 360 logo. It does that. So it's booting up the software, and you're having the copies of the games slightly. I think they got a wrapper. What a wrapper is software that sits around it. Like if you zip up a bunch of images, it's in a zip file. The zip file is a wrapper, and it just plays it. But they're having to get permission. Maybe it's legal stuff. I'm not saying I'm a lawyer. I'm not saying I know what everything is right or wrong. But that seems kind of bullshit to me. Where is this falling apart? Why don't think Microsoft just put them out there and do it? Maybe they can't. I'd like to see why. And somebody's probably already found this out. Post a link below and tell me. I'd like to know why. It's got to be some type of legal talk. Maybe Nintendo puts it in their contract, says we have the right to publish this or make this playable on any of our systems, and it's just like tough. And they probably did. It's probably something legal problem. But anyway, going backwards to this backwards compatibility stuff with Sony. So they've already done this. The PS2 stuff is about to come out sometime. I don't think there's any time frame. They said they're going to talk about it. But Sony is now going. PlayStation Now was this big, the big way to do it, and now they're going to actually dump a PS2 game directly into it. I have a prediction to make. After I drink a cup of coffee, or drink a sip of coffee here. Sip of coffee. God, I'm still waking up, and I should be already awake, but we're going to see the demise of PlayStation Now. That's the Pickio Gamer prediction. Because people are tired of fucking paying to rent a game in the cloud. They want to take their PlayStation 3 disc, slam it in there, just like people now are, and then in that small list of 104, I just went and got my stick of truth, plugged it in there, boop, do you want to download? Yes. That's what people want, Sony. Fuck PlayStation Now. Y'all been doing great. Y'all are leading the pack so far, and keep the fanboy comments to yourselves. I don't want to see them below. I own both consoles. But when it comes to backwards compatibility, Microsoft's beat you to it. With the last gen, the 360 is now playable, except for having to get the permission for certain games, but a lot of games are out now, and they're already showing that BioShock's coming. I'm thinking the Left 4 Dead hopefully will come out. I want those because I really want, I'm looking right over there to it right now. I want the Ghostbusters video game. I love that. Maybe Grand Theft Auto 4 would be nice, but who knows? Rockstar hasn't said anything, but I want Left 4 Dead and the Ghostbusters games. That's only a few games I already kept. They'd be fantastic. I'd have a fucking blast with them. And then once I get all that done and get all kind of my cloud saves pulled back down, I'd probably get rid of the Xbox 360. Sony, you're doing it. You're figuring it out. Just put PlayStation 1 backwards compatibility in there and fucking put PS3 backwards compatibility in there. If you want to trump Microsoft, just do that. And then Microsoft put Xbox original. I can't say Xbox One. Thank you, Microsoft. They'll put Xbox backwards compatibility. This should be a standard from here on out. And with the PS4 and the Xbox One being the x86, excuse me, it's going to be a moot point. You can easily backwards compatible these other things. Trust me, they will. Especially in Microsoft, it'll be easier because it's Windows, and if this operating system of the PS4 is similar on PS4 and PS5 where it comes out, this should be a standard. You want people to continue to buy your old library games and not sit in some used pile that somebody else makes money for. Make them backwards compatible. This hits, I'm going to go buy Silent Hill 2. I played it on the Xbox. I didn't have a PS2. My friend did. But I want to play it again. I'll play a straight version of Silent Hill 2. Final Fantasy X, I never beat it. I borrowed it from a friend. I actually borrowed his PS2. It's just one of those things I like to, yes, there's an HD version of it out there. But who knows? If I can go to a local shop someplace and find for $2 or $3 the old version, maybe I want to play the old version. Even though, there's remastered, you got to be out of the remaster. Some people want to play the original, especially on Silent Hill 2. And if you can find them for $2 in somebody's garage sale somewhere, yeah, it's a good deal. And I'll start finding, like some of my miss, Shadow of the Colossus. things like that I didn't play. I'm going to put them in there and I'm going to play them. But I'm over 10 minutes here. What do you think about this? To me, this is seeing that everybody, including Microsoft and Sony, they're realizing it. You're going to have to make it backwards compatible. Nintendo's done it. They've done it well. Do you think PlayStation Now is going away? I think it is. Leave me some comments below and tell me what you think. I appreciate everybody's been subscribing to me. Make sure you go to skirmishfrogs.com. This is a retro site. I do retro stuff. I do modern stuff too. Yeah, go to that site and just check it out if you like retro gaming. I do a lot of stuff there, and I'm going to be putting a podcast out here on my channel and over there for retro gaming. So, all right, people, this is PKO Gamer.